This is the trading review for the 13th of April 2022. Super stressful day. Everything, it was a lot of action, but not action in a good way. We gapped up pre-market a lot, so everything opened above my pivot points, which limited the way I could play it because it was super strong. But the only option I had at that point was to trade short because I had no entry long because everything was above R4. So that meant that I could only play reversals. So that makes it difficult when you are having such a strong market. But what I managed, I wanted to test a theory of mine, like to see if it makes sense to make a short at S3 when you have such a wide pivot in a stock. But I realized that it fell, of course, even though we didn't have volume. We didn't have volume, so there was no reason for the stock to gap up other than the SPY was gapping up. So I'm gonna calm this trade just for the sake of transparency. But I did say that it was a test, but still, this was a bad trade, not a good trade at all. It was short, inside day. PayPal had a what? A bearish bias. Print price was inside. No, it worked. It didn't work. Well, no. Entry after compression, not really. Yes. No. Okay, we got a volume signal, but psychological grade. A broke rule, yes. Shorting at S3. So we broke one rule, even though it was a test. I don't want to hide and use that as an excuse. And then, so I took 3 trades on AMD. My first one, 1050. It was an A plus setup, short, inside, bearish bias, but it was confirmed bull, so it was very strong. Opening price was inside the pivots. It worked, yeah. It gave me 39. 39 divided by 25, 1.56. 1.5. No, I didn't add. Didn't give an option. Yes. I had an A. Didn't break rules. 0 broken rules. That's my first entry on AMD. This entry, very similar to this one. You have a doji, but the 9 and 20 are still curling up. Then 20 was starting to curl down, but the 20 was still curling up. So that's a tiny detail that you have to remember, because it's kind of subjective, right? Like you see the moving averages crossing down and going down, but not really. Even here you can see that my entry here, the moving average is still going up, but I waited. I could have made my entry here, right, in the middle. But no, I waited because the moving average was still horizontal. So it can curl up again. And you don't want to make an entry in anticipation. You want to make an entry when you know that it is curling down. When you see that it's curling down. That's the signal. So here, you see that after this candle close and this candle close, now we have a negative slope 20 moving average. And we have a negative slope 9 moving average. And I made my entry with a stop loss around here. 96, like this money cents. I think 98.06. I think that was my stop loss. But I made my entry at the break, but it just pulled back with a lot of volume. So it gave me a closer entry to my stop loss that I wanted. But then it pulled back down and then it crashed. And I was partialing every 10 cents because I had a R size of 8. It was a big, a lot of shares that I bought. So I use partial, so you can see, but I'm jumping ahead. So, but that's the difference between the two trades, the 20 moving average. So this trade was a C, It was a short. It's just that it's a very important detail. So everything here is the same. And the bad thing about this trade is that it not only did it stop me out, but it stopped me out with a very large slippage. So I'm gonna do the math real quick. So how many shares did I buy? So it was 131 times from no it was no that wasn't my that's that 178. That was my share size for that trade, and I had a like 3 cent slippage. So 12 is 90, 19 cents. That's a that's $33. That's one or what? That's 1.5 R. $1.35. That's 1.4. It's a lot of slippage. Did we make an entry after compression? Not really. Technically, yes. Even now, you can tell when the setup is not correct. You're making an entry very extended from the 1 minute. That's how you know you're making a entry in anticipation. No, psychological grade. I think I drop a lot by taking that trade. Yes, entry. It's an anticipation. So one rule broken on this trade, and then this is another A plus setup. Short, and inside A. So all of this is the same. So at this point I had I just want to add this. Oh no, it's right here, -0.9. Okay, so that's what I have right now, and I ended up with 66. So the reason it's taking so long right now is because I'm calculating the slippage that I had, because I want to have exact numbers. This is for statistical analysis. So So how much did this had to generate? So it's oh, I see. Hold on. Um, so this is 3.7. Okay. So just making sure that this adds up to 2.8. Let's see. Times 25, 70, okay. It's actually 2.7, so here 2.7, so okay, so this makes sense now. Okay, so enter compression, yes, 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 yes. Psychological grade A, we did not break rules. And it was my call not to take the, well, I'll talk more about it on the, so those are the, that's my review for today. Those are the trades I took 4 trades total, including the test one. So that's it for the trading review. I will talk more about what happened during on the daily review.